Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni on Sunday responded to Bobi Wine's allegations of torture and warned against foreign interference in the country's politics.
It is important that external players refrain from interfering in the internal affairs of other countries. Interfering in the internal affairs of other countries is morally and practically wrong. There has been so much talk about the torture by the security forces of people like Honorables Bobi Wine and Zaki. What if those allegations turn out to be false? How will the accusers, local and foreign, rectify the injustice they have done to the security forces?
Last week, the U.S. lawyer for opposition lawmaker Robert Kyagulanyi, a musician well known by his stage name Bobi Wine, called on the United States to stop funding Uganda's military as a punitive measure against what Kyagulanyi said was torture by authorities in his country.
I was brutally tortured by some armed soldiers from the SFC. Beaten, brutalized, and abused, and later locked up in the military barracks. Charges were later dropped, and I was taken to a civil prison, and finally I was bailed up. My skin keeps peeling. This blister that I received, all this hand has been peeling. I got injections that I don't know about, and I spent quite a long time on cuffs, shackled both hands and legs.
The Ugandan lawmaker is in the United States undergoing treatment for injuries he suffered at the hands of Ugandan security forces while in detention following his arrest on August 14. However, Ugandan officials have steadfastly denied that Bobi Wine was tortured while in custody. Authorities have charged Wine with treason for allegedly stoning President Yoweri Museveni's motorcade. Robert Amsterdam, Bobi Wine's lawyer, told those in attendance at the National Press Club news conference that he was putting the Ugandan government on notice.
And we want the American taxpayer to know that the American taxpayer is funding this. The military equipment we are supplying to Uganda is being used in a war of terror against Uganda's citizens.
Many of his followers said they feel excluded and alienated by the nation's current political establishment. However, in a statement released to the media, Ofono Opondo, a Uganda government spokesperson and Uganda Media Center executive director, rejected Amsterdam's claim against the Ugandan government. I quote, "If Bobi Wine was tortured or injected with unknown substances, as being claimed, he should quickly return to Uganda to raise those issues before the court, where the trial will be, and they shall transparently be investigated and the culprits punished." He added that we strongly reject Mr. Amsterdam's reference of the Uganda government as a criminal enterprise because Uganda is governed following our democratic constitution, laws and rules. So far, the U.S. has not commented on Mr. Wine's comments or those of President Yoweri Museveni. In December 2017, the Constitution was amended to remove the presidential age limit of 75 years, meaning President Museveni can run again for president in 2021. Paul Ndiho, VOA News, Washington.